What's good, podcast world? What's good, YouTube?
Sixers are in trouble. I need a top five.
Man, let's get into best of the week, man. What's good, podcast world? What's good, YouTube? Back for another episode of Charge It to the Game Sports Podcast, man. Presented by BetUS, man. BetUS powered by Charge It to the Game, man. Use promo code to the game for the 125% exclusive offer on all your bets. We see you like, comment, subscribe to the channel. That's what's up. Joined by a very special guest, man. Hugh, brother, what's going on, man?
Not much. Now I gotta ask. Did I just watch a whole bunch of Baltimore Ravens highlights? Y'all gotta be kidding me. You gonna have a Cincinnati Bengal man on, a Oakland Raider, Las Vegas Raider, whatever you want to call it, and you got all these Baltimore Ravens highlights on.
Come on, man. You can't come out the womb just straight singing us like that.
Like that?
You know what I mean? It wasn't all Ravens. You saw Devin White hit that man. You saw Devin White hit that man.
You told me about Carson Palmer, Chad Johnson, TJ Houshmandzadeh, and you got to take me right back to Baltimore?
Come on, man.
Man.
You know what I mean? But welcome, man. Welcome. It's
Thank
all
you,
good.
man.
Welcome, coach.
Glad to be here. Thank you so
it's,
much.
Yeah, it's honest. It's really an honor to have you on, man. I love it. But let's hop into it, man. I see you with the jacket on, man. You got that shit on today, bro.
The G.
The G, man. So what does it stand for? Tell the people, man.
The Grambling brand is strong. And there's no doubt about it. We're worldwide, international, wherever you want to take us. Everybody understands what this G represents. It represents Grambling State University. And there's a lot of history and tradition there. And I'm in charge
about the Grambling, but is there, outside of what you just said, is there a specific reason why you chose that university? How many other universities probably trying to get in touch with you, trying to get you on their program?
At the end of the day, I'm going to say it again, it's Grambling. You know, it's the G. I mean, that's what it is. Let's just say it, we're worldwide known. And like I said, all the other universities, when you think of it, they don't have the following of Grambling, And so I wanted a tremendous challenge. I want to walk out of this thing with my legacy being secured as well. And so if you can go and get this done at Grambling and put it back where it should be, I think that puts you among the elite coaches, in my opinion. So that's a tremendous challenge, like I said, with our staff. But when I looked at the landscape of everything, I thought Grambling was the right place for me at the right time and the right fit.
Okay, I can definitely see that. Oh, that's exactly kind of what I was looking for. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let me ask you this. I can't remember throughout your coaching tenure. Is this your first time? This is not your first time coaching college ball, is it?
Oh, no. I've coached in a lot of colleges. This is where I started. That's where I got my start at. I started at the University of Pacific where I played, coached at Cal State Fullerton. From Cal State Fullerton, I was able to go to Arizona State, from Arizona State to Cal, from Cal to USC. So I've been around. I've recruited 2 Heisman Trophy winners in Carson Palmer and Matt Leinart. So I've had a great run at this thing in college football as well as the National Football League.
Let me stand on that topic. What do you think the biggest difference is between coaching both college and NFL players?
Well, the biggest difference is the NFL is just truly football, right? I mean, these guys are 24/7. They're growing as football players. The college student athletes, they're student athletes. They have to go to class. There's a whole different set of circumstances that those young men deal with. That you have to wear a lot of different hats for because they have to go to class and make sure that they're able to get the proper education that they need first away from football and then be able to come to football and leave those things behind and go to practice. So that's different. And there's so many more distractions in college than it is for an NFL player. So
you think so? Really? In college?
There's no question because when you look at the NFL,
is it just the women?
It's everything. The routines are just so different. When you think of NFL players, you think of, even though there's a little bit more time, those guys are normally trying to master their bodies. They're getting They get massages. Some people get the wrong massages, but they get massages, and they make sure that they get their bodies work on, and you do those things. But at the same time, we're student athletes, they can't do that. They have to study at night, right?
Yeah.
So that's the difference. When you're a pro, you act like a pro, you work like a pro. When you're an amateur and you're in college, you have to make sure you're taking care of business in school to prepare yourself so you can make it to the next level.
Dope, man. So talking about the next level, let's talk about it. So I know we don't have you very long, man, but we talked a little bit about it before the show. What you did to that Bengals offense, man, back in the day, just to give you kind of a glimpse, man. I'm 30 years old, just growing up, man, and watching, just music to my ears with Carson and Chad and TJ, and I think you guys have a Rudy Johnson in the backfield, man. Man, y'all used to do work. Like, what was that like, man?
05 especially. The 2005.
No, that was fun time. We had some tremendous football players. Marvin Lewis did a great job of creating an environment for those guys to be the best they could be. We had really good coaches everywhere. I had the opportunity to coach some of the best receivers, in my opinion, in the league. They were talented, they were arrogant, they were brash, and they loved playing football. Chad and TJ and the late Chris Henry. And then we had so many guys that played there, and Carson was the distributor of it all and did a great job. So it was fun. I mean, that was the first run in Cincinnati, and it was great. And then later on, I left and came back, and we really kind of duplicated what we did with AJ Green and Marvin Jones and Mo Sanu and Tyler Eifert. So, and obviously they're doing it now. So that's just the Bengals way. They've done a great job. I think their organization is strong. I think leadership there at the Bengals is strong, and they do a great job.
I think so too, man. Staying on the Chad Johnson topic, man, we got to ask you, man. Because Chad, I think people kind of glance over how great Chad was, man.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? 3-time Pro Bowler on when you coached him. That is special.
Yeah, man. So tell us a little bit about Chad, man, and just like his. Obviously, we don't know the dude. Tell us some little gems about Chad, man.
I love him. Chad is like a son to me. So the Ocho versus science thing is real.
So this man really ate McDonald's every day.
The guy's going to eat his McDonald's. There's no doubt about it.
Come on, man.
He lived in the facility. He did do that. I mean, Chad was a pioneer when it came to a lot of things before things ever got going. But there was nobody that could come up with the celebration dance as well as he could. I mean, he celebrated. He challenged the National Football Leagues in ways that they never had it challenged. And he set a precedence for the way guys celebrated. So, but he was a tremendous football player. People don't get that this man, every practice, I used to have to pull him away from going on the scout team. That's how much, that's how much him and TJ loved to practice. I used to say, guys, you guys got to get out of there. Man, if we were going to play great receivers that week, him and TJ, they wanted to go run routes against our first team defensive backs because they wanted to make sure they were ready to play.
Remember when he kicked in the game when the kicker got
against
hurt?
The Patriots? Oh yeah, there's nothing. I'm telling you now, Chad is he's special in a lot of different ways, but one of the greatest guys I've ever coached, one of the greatest people I've ever been around.
That's what's up. So you move on, man. I know we don't have you for very long, man. We got to ask you about Cleveland. So you go to Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
What was the situation like there, man? Like when you come in. Oh, go ahead.
Well, when I left Cincinnati, I was the coach of the year. So when I went to Cleveland, I thought I knew what I was doing, and obviously it looked like I didn't know what I was doing. But I'm not gonna dive into that too much. I'm sure there's so many things said and written about my time in Cleveland. I think the best people that have written what I've done in Cleveland, my time in Cleveland, I think Sports Illustrated did me a solid just recently. They put it all out there, and that is exactly what's happened. So I'll leave it at that. My biggest thing is I have not heard a response from what was said. So that's got to tell you all you need to know.
That's what's up, man. So as far as, let me ask you this about Baker. So about Baker, what do you think of his, what is your opinion of his situation now? I know this is not directly tied to you, but
right.
I mean,
Well, I don't. I wish I don't know the inner workings of it when it comes to Baker. I think Baker can play. I think Baker is a good quarterback. I mean, I think every quarterback is good if you create the right environments for them and you give them what they need. And that's just what it is. And players you have to support players, especially quarterbacks. Quarterbacks can't play at a high level if you don't give them the opportunity to be who they should be. And I said this early last year that when you look at Baker, when he came out of college, he was the Heisman Trophy winner, one of the best players in college football, but he played in a system that allowed him to spread the ball around. Well, last time we saw Cleveland, they're playing with 3 tight ends in the game. Well, that's not who Baker Mayfield is. So, and that's my point about supporting a quarterback. You got to let them be who they are, create the environment for them to be as good as they can be. So I think, I'm sure the Browns got to look at how that relationship was and what that was. But I think the guy can play, and I think he'll go somewhere and do well.
That's what's up, man. As far as I want to ask you about the current Hall of Fame, like the way they kind of do it now. Like, because I look at it now, it kind of seems like it's ultimately like kind of like a show. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
Everybody gets in. I understand. Some people are great. Some of these guys are great. But like when I'm growing up, I was like, okay, like Walter Payton. Like you got other guys that are like on the same level, in the same type of category as him. You know what I mean?
Yes. No, and they're not. You said it. I just think this is the times we're in now, right? I mean, that's the way things are. I mean, I think the way they go about the process now is a little different. I would wish that, you really look at the statistics and the years of service of a player, and really evaluate it at a high level. Now, the guys that have gone in, trust me, when they go in and how they go in, they deserve it. Don't get me wrong about that. But I just think the process, and I think that's what you're talking about, of how decisions are made, is just different, than what we wish it would be.
I agree, man. I mean, because I just look at it, and it's like, okay, yeah, these guys are great. I mean, they're 3rd ballot, 4th ballot, 5th ballot, 6th ballot, 7th ballot Hall of Famers, and that's cool, and I get it. But it's like, man, there's no deciphering, Jerry Rice from Kevin Green or some of these other guys. It's like they're all on the same level. And then I want to ask you this, man, because this got me hot. You know what I mean? About T.O. Like, how in the hell? Oh, God. How in the hell is he a fucking 3rd or 4th ballot Hall of Famer?
Yeah, no, we know what he is. He's a Hall of Famer is what he is. And one of the best, And that's the way I feel about Fred Taylor, who's not in.
Yeah,
that's the way I feel about Willie Anderson, who hopefully will get in soon. Those guys are. I remember playing against Fred Taylor, and you would just know he was going to hurt you in the game. He's going to take off and go score. And I remember Willie Anderson being with him in Cincinnati and in good old Baltimore, and he would shut down the best rushers. Yeah. And he was just a tremendous player. So I agree. What is the criteria? I mean, what are you making these decisions based on? If you talk to the players, they would tell you both of those men should be in already because they were tremendous competitors and football players. So it's just different.
I agree, man. I mean, it's kind of like, what is it? The media selects these guys, right?
Yeah, the panel, media panel.
I thought it was like a community type thing.
Because it's just like, it makes no sense to me. Like how, some of these great guys, but it's like questionable guys, 1st ballot, 2nd ballot. I'm like, wow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's wild to me. Big Z and J, man, what y'all got?
So I wanted to ask you, what was Carson Palmer like when you recruited him versus coaching him as a Pro Bowler in the NFL?
He was Carson is special. Carson, the thing that people, and I know Carson pretty well when I was recruiting him. He was one of those young men who he looked like Troy Aikman to me. He had, oh my gosh, he has that throwing talent that way, his arm action. He was just phenomenal. His parents were outstanding. And you see what his brother's doing, Jordan Palmer. He's running all these quarterbacks all across the country. And Carson was just, he was a young man who had a big arm. And I think when he got to USC, he really grew. as a football player. And obviously, I think Pete Carroll did a great job after we left. But I'll never forget having the conversations with Marvin Lewis about Carson, about drafting him number 1 overall. And I told Marvin, I said, Marvin, this is the best quarterback in the draft, by bar none. And so he took him, and I was just fortunate enough to end up in Cincinnati, with Marvin, who's one of my best friends. And so watching.
Oh, you froze. Froze a little bit. But, while he's getting it together, man, I mean, so I think what he was saying while.
Here we come. We're back.
Oh, there you are.
Just like that.
Just watching Carson, I've never seen a guy throw the ball better than him. I mean, it's just effortlessly, and he could throw a ball as far as you wanted to, put it in spots that most people can't. And that's what made him special. Obviously, he left Cincinnati and went on to Oakland. He was there with me for a little bit and ended up at the Cardinals. Did a tremendous job. I wish for him that he would have won a Super Bowl because I think he was one of the best quarterbacks I've ever been around, one of the best leaders. People don't understand he's a grinder. The way people talk about Peyton Manning and Tom Brady, Carson Palmer was the same way.
Uh-oh. Wow. That's incredible, man. I mean, I always knew he was great, man. Like I said, just the stats that he put up, and like I said, in that era. And what I think a lot of the younger guys, and me and Jay are younger ourselves, some of these stats, man, with these guys nowadays are inflated. Like that 1,000-yard receiving season ain't shit. I mean, it's something. I mean, that 1,000-yard rushing season, that 3,000-yard passing season, the
extra game now, extra team in the playoffs. I mean,
and it's such a passing league now, right? I mean, it's turned into that. So receivers and quarterbacks are made, and I take nothing away from the great players of today. They've done a great job, but the rushers. There's some great ones, but not as many as there used to be. I mean, man, when you used to play Baltimore back in the day, you used to think there was 13 of them playing over there on defense. It wasn't 11. It was 13 of them because they'd be hitting you from everywhere. So I know what that feels like in Pittsburgh, when they had all those great players, Troy Polamalu and those guys.
Don't say that because we got to steal his fan. I don't know if you know Big Z.
I recruited Troy to
USC,
So you couldn't. I mean, I felt like you playing 12 against them, because he's jumping over the center and doing all kind of stuff. So I mean, there were some great players in the AFC North back in the day, boy. Woo.
That's incredible. We heard a lot of stories from we had Lofa Tupu on, linebacker for the Seattle Seahawks, and he was telling us about what he was doing, what Troy would do in practice. You ain't seen
You've seen nothing. That's true. I mean, that's Troy, though, and he's a quiet assassin, man. He doesn't talk much, but boy, he played football.
Got you, man.
Oh yeah.
2 more questions before we get you out of here, because I know you got all the time. You're a very busy man. Want to know, man? Obviously, you still watch the current game. Gotta ask you about Tom, man. Tom, this dude's 45, 44 years fucking old. Like how, bro? Like how? Like what is he doing?
Well, he's reinventing. I tell you one thing, he's reinventing himself every year.
Yeah.
And he is this game he's passionate about. I think he's passionate about the game. I think he's passionate about his body. I think he understands what he needs to do to make sure he's able to play. When he retired, I told everybody he'll be back because you could just tell. I mean, it didn't end the way he wanted it to. If they would have won a Super Bowl or been in the game, I think he might have said, okay, I've had enough. But that fire that burns in you to coach this game or play this game, it just doesn't die that easy, So he's back. And if he wins a championship, he may be gone. If he doesn't, don't think he won't still be back the year after that, too. Now, he might lose his wife behind it, but you
won't lose that one. But yeah, man. I mean, and that's coming from me as a Bucks man. I had to ask you that one just because the fact that, just seeing him come in. I was always kind of like a Tom Brady, I guess you can say hater. I mean, not really a hater, but I respected him. But I was a Peyton Manning guy. Just
I was
like
about
his
to say,
cerebral
okay.
assassin, you know what I mean? That type of thing.
He's more
And then
so
I-
a hater.
I came
He's
back
also ahead of
close
you.
from having a chance to coach him in college.
Oh,
So
Who was
we're at Cal. So
Yeah.
I was working with Steve Mariucci, and he was at Michigan, and things wasn't going right. It was him and I forget the guy's name, Drew Henson.
Drew Henson, yeah.
Okay.
He was the quarterback, and I knew Drew Henson's dad because we had worked together at University of Pacific, and Steve knew of Tom, and so we were doing everything we could to get Tom to come to Cal. We talked to him a couple times on the phone, and he decided to stay, and obviously the rest is history. But everybody knew that the guy had something. He was just different, and obviously his career has just been phenomenal.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. And then I gotta ask you, man. I'm big Aaron Donald fan. Big Aaron Donald fan, man. How good is he, bro? I mean, he looks incredible out there.
Look, he is the best defensive player I've ever competed against. And he didn't have a good day now when we played him when I was in Cincinnati.
Okay.
We beat him up pretty good.
Oh, he was young. No, man, he was young then. He was young then. Come on.
He was young, but he was good. But that day, for some reason, we had a pretty good strategy against him. But I haven't seen anybody else block this guy that way. He's a one-man wrecking crew. And if you don't double him, if you don't chop him and block back on him and hold him and grab him and pinch him and do all that stuff, you're not going to block him.
What makes him so good? But look, what is it?
The explosion, the quickness, and the strength. He is as strong as anybody in football. And I don't think people get it. And I don't think people really understand his work ethic. Like we talk about Tom Brady and what he does.
Yeah.
Aaron Donald does that on the other side and takes care of his body. So there's a reason why these guys are special players, and people don't get it. They think because, God just blessed them, and God has. But at the same time, they've created an environment for themselves to create greatness within themselves. And people got to understand what that is. That's that hard work. That's beyond what most people think and they can do and go. Those guys push beyond that.
Man, thanks for bringing that up, man. Because like I said, I mean, it's just, I don't think people understand. Because we had Steve White, your NFL Network on, man. And he was like, yo, this dude is the best player. He should be winning the MVP the last 3 years. MVP, not Defensive Player of the Year, MVP.
Yes, and people don't get. I mean, it was funny, when everybody said, "Well, Cincinnati's got a chance." I go, "No, they don't."
Like me.
Because he understands when it's winning time, and he makes that decision, and he rallies the other guys around him to say, "Let's go win the game." And I saw him call those guys up on the sideline. It's like, it's our time, and I knew then it's over because he was going to He was going to go win the game himself.
I mean, they still didn't block him the last play.
They couldn't. They're still looking to try to block him.
That's the rumor, coach. That's what's going on.
That's right.
Man, Hugh, man, I know we're gonna get out of here, man. Big Z and Jay, I know he, very short time with them, man. But you guys got have any more questions for him before we let Hugh go?
Good luck this season from my perspective, and attack the season. It's gonna be fun.
Well, clearly, I had technical difficulties for just a brief second. So I do want to ask this. Now we're talking about Aaron Donald. You've been in the game for a while. Where would you say Aaron Donald ranks on your list of all-time defensive players?
No, he said first. No,
first.
Well, he is. I
love it.
So that was fun.
He is.
Excited.
He's up there with some of the greats. I mean, you can't talk about Lawrence Taylor without talking about Aaron Donald. You can't talk about Ray Lewis without talking about Aaron Donald. You can't. You can't because when you start to compare those guys, what they mean to their teams is the same, and the effect that they have on the game is the same. So there's no question that he is going to be talked about, and it's really interesting because we're talking about a defensive lineman, right?
Tackle.
I mean, this guy plays tackle, nose tackle. There's time he play in, but we're talking about a defensive tackle
Yeah.
that wrecks football games, not just he wrecks the game. And so you're going to have to talk about him as one of the best because he gets double teamed. At least Lawrence Taylor was coming off the edge, right?
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's my argument. That's my
you're
argument.
right. And he's running around people where he's running in there where there's a bunch of bodies and you get backs chipping on you and you get other linemen hitting you and he blows all of those guys up and goes and kills the quarterback. So you will talk about him amongst the best and amongst the greatest ever.
Yeah, that's good. So every time they put these stats together with him and defensive ends and
like TJ
Chandler's and TJ and how do you have? I mean, double-digit sacks from a D tackle should in a 3-4 system. They play a 3-4.
Shouldn't happen.
It shouldn't happen.
It should not happen. No, that's what lets you know he's uncommon. And you just said it. And they talk about the ends and the effect they have on the game, and they do because there's so many ends. These guys. You got this guy with 12 sacks, 18 sacks. This guy's getting 20 sacks. And he's getting them from the inside. So you got to give him his credit. I mean, he's phenomenal.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. But Hugh Jackson, man, brother, we like I said, we love you, man. Thank you so much for coming on. Like I said, you with that G on your chest, man. You wearing it with pride, brother.
Yes,
like I said, we love you. Wishing you nothing but the best, man. Go represent you, all the players, the coaches. Shout out to you guys, man.
Hey, thank you guys, Rome, Big Z, and Jay. Appreciate being on here, man. You guys got something special going. Keep it going. Hope to be on in the future after we celebrate that Celebration Bowl championship.
Go get it, man.
University.
And the Bayou Classic is always.
And the Bayou Classic, absolutely, no doubt.
That's what's up, man. We're gonna keep our eye on you, man. Like I said,
right.
Best of luck to you, brother, and peace and love, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you guys.
All right,
thank
man.
you.
All right, peace, man. Hugh Jackson, fellas. That was incredible, right?
Yeah.
This season is going to be crazy in the HBCU world. I mean, just with the coaches, with the players, with the recruits, NIL has really made a huge difference in leveling the playing field for the HBCU football season coming up. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's going to be crazy. And, like I said, I know Hugh, kind of gets a bad deal, all the kind of stuff that's going on,
bad press,
stuff like that. And like he kind of said, because he didn't want to talk about that shit, man. And like I said, a lot of people, these guys, these internet wars, they don't know what the fuck's going on. That's why I don't even, I don't even pay these guys no fucking mind. Because they don't know what the fuck is going on. They don't know football and this and that. But he dropped a lot of gems, man. Everything from Cincinnati, playing in the AFC North, coaching there. Obviously what he's
even all the way back to USC, 2 Heisman Trophy winners.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the start of it all. I mean, the legendary career.
Yeah,
and backward started back to college, and creating a legacy at Grambling, which is going to be awesome.
Yeah. Grambling,
I'm looking forward to it.
Grambling University, man. Shout out to you guys. You guys got a good one, man. And like I said, I mean, this is the start of a good thing because. We want all of our brothers, to go back home. Our sisters too, on the track and field teams and basketball, whatever it is. Go back home to HBCUs, man. Stop letting these guys profit off of you guys. You guys are our product. But anyway, let's move on a little bit, fellas, man.
That is a bucket list thing for me, though, to go to the Bayou Classic down in New Orleans.
Yeah, eat some fucking gumbo.
Yeah.
You do what you can.
The bands and the festivities. You watch it on TV with Thanksgiving weekend every year.
Yeah, I guess I got a love-hate relationship with that because me and being a Bucks fan and going out to New Orleans. Even though I did have a good time last time I was out there. Last time I went out there, the Bucks, did send Drew Brees off into retirement. So, but yeah, man. So. Yeah, so as far as for the guys, before we move on to talk a little bit of basketball and bets before we close out of here, because this was our second show of the week. Obviously, if you guys listened to the last show, we had Josh Reed, Bills reporter, and what else you corrected me last time? He was a sports director,
CBS in Buffalo.
Yeah, so I mean, we had him on.
Proud Kent State University alum.
There you go, man. Hey, I was watching it today. My man said we thick as thieves. I was like, yo, he's that's dope as shit. But if you're new to the channel, check that out. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And man, I get actually kind of baffled over myself because I was looking at some stuff on the screen when it came on. But BetUS, man. For the guys that have been reaching out about what's going on, click the link. I'm gonna put the link at the bottom of the channel. All right. So all you have to do, we got some people working behind the scenes. You click the link and sign up there. But what I understand, the promo code thing is not working right now. You guys keep blowing me up, man. I've been working today, so this is my chance to talk to you, man. If I haven't texted you back and you're like, yo, text me back. That's what it is, man. But like I said, I'm gonna put the BetUS, sign up link at the bottom of the channel. That's the new wave. Sign up, get the promo code 100%, 125%. So for a lot of people that have been asking, what in the hell is that? What does that mean? That means when you sign up and you create a new account, if you deposit $100, they're giving you $125 in free betting money. Okay. Yeah. So you can use that, and once you can't take it home, you can't deposit it, and you're like, yo, I got $225 now. No, you don't. You gotta gamble that money. You can't just cash it out. You know what I mean?
You have to bet the promotional side of your free money. So you can't just cash it out and no.
Yeah, so, man. Because I mean, we getting to that money now. I mean, we're happy to have a sponsor of the show. I bring this up because I'm talking to somebody today, and he bets. I mean, but he kind of is like a casino. He's an older dude, obviously. You don't know he's the fucking bet. Yeah. And I had to help him. He was like, "Oh man, I got." So do I get I'm like, "Oh, you can't just cash this shit out, man. You gotta gamble it. You gamble it, man. You win more. And I think it's up to like 300, 3,000 something, man. Like I said, exclusive lines, big payouts, man, all of that type of stuff. But let's talk a little bit about we talked about the draft. Let's talk a bit about NBA, man. Talk about NBA and then we'll close out with bets. So last night, everything kind of happened as planned, right, fellas?
Yeah. Miami -8 was beautiful betting spot, as we spoke of our last show.
Yeah.
As a recommendation came through. Phoenix again destroyed Dallas. All they got is Luka. Luka needs help. Oh my gosh.
I'm telling you, man, that's all they got. And the thing is, man, I mean, and Coach Armstrong, brother, staying strong. I'm still with you, brother. I'm still right here with you. But
they're home on Friday. Home game Friday. That's the series. It's they got to win at home.
Yeah, man. So I mean, as far as that series goes, I mean, the Suns on a collision course, man. They're really probably just going to end up going to the finals, in my opinion. I understand the Warriors got Clay back and, all of this and that. But I just can't. The Suns right now are just so hot.
Gary Payton Jr., which is a sneaky big loss for them.
I know.
Because he's a defensive stopper, and so he's going to be out, they say, 4 to 5 weeks. So that's going to be difficult.
Very difficult, and I don't think a lot
Dylan
of
Brooks one game suspension, so he's suspended the next game.
Yeah, I mean Dylan
dirty play.
Yeah, that was a dirty play. I think those guys was talking, they was smacking back and forth. I get it.
No, it was revenge for the Draymond. I mean, it
was
20 seconds into the game,
he got into his head. Like I said, that's what Draymond does, and that's why I love Draymond. Some people might say he's a bum, he's trash, he's a scrub, he's just a hustle. That's what the NBA is sometimes, man. And then, like I said, it separates the real from the fake ones. Because Draymond is one guy. They don't have anybody in today's NBA, and that's why I don't respect a lot of these guys. They are not that fucking good. They're soft. They're very, very sensitive.
You can play hard without being dirty. I mean, you could be a hard-nosed player. Look at Giannis. Look at even a Draymond, people who are big guys who play hard, commit hard fouls. They're never dirty.
Right.
Never. They make a basketball play.
Yeah.
That was not a basketball play.
It wasn't. But now I'm saying this because if you look at basketball and older, they had a lot of talkers. The Gary Paytons, the Charles Oakleys, all of those. Can you imagine those guys? How much Charles Barkley, even Michael Jordan, they would get up under your skin. These guys just go. They shake each other. They used to just shake each other's hands and go the fuck home. They don't really have any comp. You can score as many points as you want. These are inflated stats, inflated buckets. I mean, I want you guys to understand that. Look at the rule changes. James Harden is James Harden. Obviously, he's out of shape. He's not even the same.
Yeah, he is out of shape.
You know what I mean?
Man. I mean, if you think onto the Sixers, even without Embiid, Miami is just controlling the series, going back to Philly. I don't think anything changes. I mean, whatever it is, -7, -8, lay the points, take Miami. Philly can't hang. James Harden is not worth his 5-year, $250 million. Is Philly going to give him that contract at the end of the season? And then he could opt into $48 million next year, player option.
Yeah, James. I mean, brother, you got to come on, man. How many points did he score last game? It was like something slight. It wasn't even that. I mean, I don't even know if he cracked 20. He might have cracked 20. I mean,
the thing is, the second best player is Maxey on that team. It's not James Harden.
It's not.
Yeah.
And at this point,
yeah.
I mean, so Sixers, man, and like I said, it hurts my heart because everybody knows I'm a Joel fan, and Joel, Giannis, those are my guys, and Giannis, he's gonna go back home, he's gonna do his thing. Chris Middleton's gonna come back,
Look, here's a bet tip: Giannis props over. Look at whatever the prop. Giannis props over game 3.
Yep, yeah, man, I love it. So they're going back home. They snuck one. Game 1 came out the gate. The boys were young. And but I mean, game 2, obviously, we already know what happened. But I mean, Giannis was not getting those calls. He's going back home. They were fouling the complete shit out of my man. You know what I mean? Like
Do you think Scott Foster shows up in Milwaukee or does he show up in Dallas?
Hey, he can. Why you say that? So tell Z, for everybody, because me and Z, it's kind of like a running joke. Me and me be texting, hey, Scott Foster, where is he at tonight? Did he fly on a plane this place? So for Z, give him the backstory on the Scott Foster betting analysis.
So Scott Foster is the series extender. He is the league man. Whatever the league does not want to sweep.
Been doing it for years.
Whatever the league does not want, once the series extended, call in Scott Foster. Whenever they need Chris Paul to lose a game, call in Scott Foster. Because Chris Paul, I believe, is 0-14 with Scott Foster as a ref.
The record still stands.
And so, I always pay attention. I mean, if Scott Foster's in the game, some crazy stuff is going to happen in the fourth quarter.
Foster? I got to Google where is Scott Foster. If he's from anywhere up north, look, that might be a problem. Anywhere north of
a lot of these refs are from Philly. A lot of the refs
that's
are
what
from
I said.
Philly.
Something about those Philly.
Something about those fans. Right,
Whenever the Donna Heath stuff was happening, when you look at where these guys are from, a majority of them are from the Philly area.
I don't want to rat these guys out.
We just need to stop picking people from Philly then. No offense to you guys. You guys are great. But you got to talk to your people.
Shit. Hey.
Actually, you know why I lied? You know what? No, you actually know why I lied. Y'all keep on doing that.
No, you can't take it back now.
No, I didn't worry about that. No.
Hey, get his ass, man.
Keep doing what you're doing because I need that money. You're right. You're right. That's what I get.
Okay.
I do need that money.
So pay attention.
I think about it. I'm like, shit.
Look, before you place your bets, pay attention where Scott Foster is going to be at, because that makes a difference.
You got some friends?
Here you go. He said you got some friends.
We need them in there.
But no, man. I mean, it's been very profitable for me. I mean, if you guys, like I said, follow me on Instagram. I think it's at Rome11. I put it at the bottom of the show. You can follow me, JZ. I posted my ticket, man. I had a monstrous night last night, boy. Posted a little song on there and everything. Fucking Suns. Z gave me the Brewers back.
The Reds.
Niggas betting on baseball now, dog.
Welcome. Yes, sir. I saw that Brewers. I said,
look, Reds are 3-23 on the season. They lose by the run line every game. They lost again today. What was it? 11-3. The run line. Last night they gave up 18 runs. I don't understand how a team could be this bad. They are absolutely terrible. And so until it stops, I'm fading the Reds every night.
Yeah,
Fading the Reds.
Sometimes this is what you got to do, man. It don't matter because I know. Oh, go ahead, Z. Jay.
No, I'm gonna say I get it. I mean, that run line's been kind of active. Yeah, it's been a little different, especially with the Brewers. Though I'm definitely betting against them. That may be my next sneaky one to catch up on because I haven't been watching them like that.
He just hit me to him yesterday. He just hit because like I said, I was just like, okay, I'm gonna just take my normal. I took with the Heat, I teased them down and I parlayed them with the Phoenix, and I put some large money on it.
Yeah,
and
I see.
The motherfuckers cash. And then he was like, "Yo, you got to bet against who did they play yesterday? The Reds." He was like, "Yo, they suck." And I was like, "Yeah, they do suck." He showed me the little track record. I was like, "Yeah, I had to get that money, man."
With the card and slam on the desk.
I had to get that money, man.
Yeah.
But
they lost 10-5 today.
Jeez,
I missed them already. Fuck, man. They need to play twice a day.
You know? Sometimes they do.
What is it? Doubleheader? That's what they call it. But man, I mean, so basketball. We don't even have basketball.
Yeah, I keep it simple. Take the Heat again. Lay the points against the Sixers. Sixers are horrible. It cashes easy. They win by 10 to 15 points. And then on the other side, so it's gonna be interesting. Golden State going back home. I think the Warriors come out strong. I think the Warriors win. But my bet for this weekend, I'm gonna go definitely Heat, lay the points, and then I am gonna look at Dallas.
They don't even have no points. They just got. This a pick'em game, pretty much.
What's a pick'em game?
Miami and 76ers.
Yeah. About to eat that.
And Joel's out.
Yeah, Heat all the way. Definitely take that to the bank. Take the Heat all the way.
Take it.
And then I will lean Warriors coming home. Warriors will win at home. The crowd will be hype. And they should win. They're the better team, so they'll win at home. And then with the East, Bucks definitely at home are going to take control. They won't lose at the series. Bucks first half is always a good bet at home. And then, like I mentioned before, just roll with the Heat, roll with the Mavs plus the points at home, Warriors at home, and Bucks. But my favorite bet is Heat, lay the points. If it's 1 point, just take the money line. Don't bother by laying one. Just take the money line. If it's 1 or 2 points, take the money line and go.
Yeah, man. So I mean, just so everybody knows, this is the sports betting segment, man. So Big Z just went, man. But yeah, I'll go real quick, Jay, and then Jay, you can close out with your bets, man. I mean, as far as for my bets, man, to be honest, I'm looking at there's no basketball tonight, which is Thursday. That's when we're recording the show. Friday, May 6th. So there's 2 games. You got the 76ers. They're going back home to Philly. The Heat are coming to town. They're up 2-0. I love that game, man. There's so much I'm gonna do in this game and kind of play around with it. What I'm probably gonna do, I'm definitely taking just the Heat straight because it's a pick'em game. You know what I mean? Embiid is out. You know what I mean? They've already ruled him on for game 3. 76ers might come out strong early. I would not take the Heat first half or anything like that. So I would probably take the Heat full game. With the points. And even if you're a little nervous or something like that, I would just tease it. What I would say tease it with the game late that night is the Mavs are going back home. They're in Dallas. I think the Suns could drop this one. I'm not touching that game. That game is going to be a teaser with the Heat to me because I'm taking the Mavs plus points. I'm going to get that, to pick them teased up to like a +5, +6. So I'm going to take the Mavs. And I'm going to take the Heat on that same night. And then moving to the next night, man, which is Saturday, May 7th is the Bucks back at home. The line is only 3, man. The line is only 3. The Bucks are back at home. You got to take that, guys. You got to take that because I'm going to tell all my guys, man, and they already know how I feel about it. Bucks back at home. Giannis is going to get those calls. He's going to get to the foul line. Those guys are going to get in trouble. The Tatums, the Browns, the Marcus Smarts, all of those guys are going to get in foul trouble because they're not in Boston anymore. So I love that game. And then later on that same day, the Warriors are at home, man. I mean, they're at the -7. I think that line's a little high. So what I will probably more than likely do is tease that with the Bucks and just let it ride, man. If you like I said, if you think the 7 is solid, do it. I'm as for me and my money, I mean I would rather just take. I think Memphis actually covers that. I think Memphis can actually cover that, in my opinion. Going back home, but I mean, some people might take the -7. I'm not. I'm teasing that with the Bucks to get -3, -4, something like that, just to kind of play around with it. I'm telling you, and watch what happens. If Memphis covers that 7, if they don't, then okay, good luck. But yeah, I kind of like that. And like I said, this series right now, so with the second round, I got big dough on the Warriors just winning the series. Taking the easy money when I can, man. I mean, Warriors winning the series. Who else I got money on? Oh, the Suns winning the series. Those are the only teams I got kind of money on right now. And then, I snuck a small bet. I should have did it earlier. The Heat to win the series. But yeah, the big money right now for me right now is just on the series bet. Suns to win the series, and the Warriors to win the series. But Jay, what you got, man?
I pretty much aired everything out, right? Like, it's not really. I'm not gonna say it's not too much to bet on because you can't go baseball. But as far as NBA, definitely the Suns, easily the Heat, 100%. I've been playing with players overs, and a lot of Heat overs have been definitely hitting with the players, like Jimmy and a few others that's going to absolutely get touches because there's certain people that just can't guard them. Luka is cash every time over. I'm just letting you know, especially if we're in the early 40 range, if even just points, early 40 range, most likely
they're putting his points at 40 now.
Yeah.
You're kidding me. They're putting his points at 40.
Man, look, I wish I could pull up something right now.
Ain't no way. I mean, 30 is reasonable, but 40? Come on, man.
Man, nah, he's been killing them. So they've been
them books must have been getting killed.
Yeah, they're getting screwed. People are going like
anytime you hike it up to 40, that's ridiculous.
I'm about to look. I'm gonna give you look at so yeah, the other day it was 40, but I guess
you muted yourself, man.
No, it's not 40. 40 is points, rebounds, assists.
40 rebounds, assists. Yeah. So
points is
33. Yeah, points is 33.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about points.
I had to scroll and find it. I was no way it could be 40.
I'm about to say that's points, rebounds, assists. That's points, rebounds, assists. My bad, y'all. Clarified. I should have clarified. Not just points. I said easy money is over. I'm talking about points, rebounds, and assists. Thank you, Big Z. But as far as
you're doing a prop builder,
they gotta help. They gotta help Luka. I mean, you need either Dinwiddie or Brunson, somebody. And you think at home, the role players will play better. I mean, they've got to. Their backs against the wall. If they lose this game, it's over. So they've got to win game 3. It's a pick'em game. So Vegas is
touching them.
Yeah. So that's when Vegas doesn't know.
Yeah.
Pick them.
Yeah, that's easy. But yeah, just pick them. Fuck it. Pick it. The 30 Luka over, especially the next game. Like Rome said, they're probably not going to drop it. I'm sure Big Z would say the same thing. If anything, Luka gonna go off.
No, he'll go off. He'll definitely.
So yeah,
he'll get exposed in the fourth quarter with Chris Paul and Devin Booker taking turns isolating him, in the pick and roll. I mean, it was like Chris Paul. No, you come. Whoever Luka's got. Then he flipped it. Then it was Devin Booker's turn. Where's Luka at? They attacked him.
He was so wore out.
Literally in game. I literally took it in game -13.5. Because I saw every play they were isolating Luka on the pick and roll. They ended up winning by what, 30?
Yeah, by 20 or 30. Yeah, I think 109 to like 29. So still like 20, but
the whole fourth quarter, that's what they did. Isolation on Luka, pick and roll, score. Score. Every time.
And the little backstory on that is just because he's exerting himself so much on the offensive end. It's similar to what they did in the last series with Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell was going crazy. But when he came back down the floor, he's like, fuck this shit.
Hold on. Donovan Mitchell they never really guarded the lick.
Yeah,
I'm not he was trash guarding. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, he can't guard nobody. But yeah, I mean, Luka on the other hand,
Luka's a big body at the very least. Yeah.
So Bucks first half at home has been hitting consistently, so it's only -1 versus the Celtics. The crowd's gonna be hype. Giannis is gonna be hype. They're gonna come out strong. That is a Big Z recommendation.
That's a big C step, y'all.
Look, brought to you by BetUS.
Yes, sir.
Bucks first half -1 and Heat. Right now it's up to -3. Take the Heat -3 over the Sixers in Philly. And then as a prop, Tyrese Maxey's props over. Harden under.
I was just about to say that bump Harden been losing me goddamn money. All right,
take the under on Harden props. Take the under.
I said that's sweet money line. Like you said, Heat. You could take what Big Z said with the Bucks -1.5 is shit. I still recommend
it's
Luka
-1. It's not even -1.
-1. So yeah, take it. That's an easy parlay, y'all. That's easy money.
Bucks gonna get you some bucks. Let's do it.
Oh, God. hey, you can't go wrong.
But that's
with
it for
man.
me.
Yeah, man. I mean, that kind of closes out the show, man. Next show, we did two shows this week, man. Oh, yeah. How do you guys feel about that? That's the first time we did that.
I still got stuff to do, but it was a special case.
It was special, man. Hugh Jackson was in the building.
Thank you to all subscribers. We were up to a milestone 300. Where we hit the 300 mark. Thank you for everybody liking, sharing the show. Yeah. Word of mouth. We appreciate everybody. Thank you for supporting the show.
Appreciate y'all.
I guess we got to do some type of giveaway. We'll think of something, man. Me and the guys are going to get together and think of something and do a giveaway, man. Whether that's a T-shirt or Cash App, something. Like I said, big things ahead, man. Big things ahead for the show. It's going in the right direction. Like I said, you see we got a sponsor now. We got actually multiple sponsors. Shit was a Simply Vitamin gummies. You're actually gonna be sending me some gummies. I'm gonna show you guys and everything like that. So that's coming. Got some other stuff in the works, man. So like I said, it's all up to you guys.
Get your summer bodies ready. Summer right around the corner. Get back in the gym.
Yeah, get that essential pop.
You know what I mean? I might even show you my supplement stack next time.
It's like perfect timing. As we head to the summer, everybody is getting ramped up to get yourself back in shape.
You can't be elephant in the sand, man. You can't be doing it. You can't be going to the beach with your shirt on, man. You know what I mean? You can't do that.
But you can't tell DMV folks that they'll show up with trench coats.
Oh man, I mean that might be like DC people. I was talking to somebody from DC today. New Balances is trash, all right? I'm just leaving that there now because I was talking to him. You know what I'm talking about. Them motherfuckers is trash, so stop acting like them shits is hard. But anyway, man, that kind of closes up the show. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to this channel. Share the show. Like I said, we've crossed over 300 subscribers on the YouTube channel. Obviously, we're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, on Instagram. Give us a follow. And next Wednesday, not sure if it will be live or recorded, but we're having the 49ers lead team reporter, Matt McKaiko, is coming on the show, man. We're going to talk about Debo. Will something change between now and next Wednesday? We'll see. But, 49ers team reporter. How is Trey Lance looking? Yeah. Is he ready? Yeah, Jimmy G
on the roster.
Yeah, Garoppolo. Kyle Shanahan. There's so many storylines around that.
Would they be open to trading Garoppolo to Seattle? Seattle needs a quarterback.
They do.
That fits them because I don't like Baker. I didn't want to.
Did they do the in division trade? But I mean, Seattle.
No,
that's not happening.
If they trade a second round pick. Give them a second round pick, take Jimmy G, and then be happy.
Yep, that's it. Be happy.
Yeah,
be happy.
I doubt that.
Look, Big Z brokering deals right here. Let's find a happy medium. Second round pick for Jimmy G. Kill two birds with one stone. Everything is solved. Let's go.
Yeah, man, because they definitely can't go into the season with Drew Luck. Drew Luck is the starter.
And then who's the backup? They signed Geno.
Geno's the backup.
They're not looking
still in the leagues.
There's a good draft coming out to next year. So for quarterbacks, so I can see them coasting
next year. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I can see them coasting. Yeah, tank.
Tank. But that closes out the show, man. Like I said, peace and love, man. Oh, happy Mother's Day to all the moms, man.
Oh yeah,
Mother's Day weekend. Happy Mother's Day to my mom. Mom, I love you. All the moms out there, this is your day. Enjoy yourself, man. Guys, spoil your mom. get some money on Bet US to spoil your mom. But yeah, take it easy, man. We'll see you next show. Peace.
Peace.